Hi, I'm Thomas, and welcome back to Next Level English Prep. This is lesson 2 of the Opinion Essay series. In this lesson, we'll go over how to write a great introduction for the opinion essay on the TOEIC writing test. A strong introduction is crucial to getting a high score on the essay. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the introduction. It needs to be strong because it's the first thing the examiner reads. It's really pretty simple and just has two parts, the background statement and the thesis. The background statement is your first sentence. You'll paraphrase the essay question to introduce the topic without any opinion. Paraphrasing is when we say the exact same thing using different words. The second sentence will be your thesis statement. Here, you'll state your opinion and outline the three ideas you'll discuss in your essay. Take a minute and read the example introduction with the background statement and thesis for the remote work essay topic from lesson 1. This is a great introduction, and we'll be aiming to write introductions like this by the end of this video. Now let's look at each sentence more closely. We'll look at the background statement first. Let's start with the prompt. Some people think students should wear uniforms in school, while others believe students should have the freedom to choose their clothing. Discuss your opinion with supporting reasons. Let's look at a couple of examples. Let's look at the good example first. There's ongoing debate about whether students should be required to wear uniforms or allowed to choose their own clothing. Does this restate all of the information from the prompt? Yeah, it does. Does it introduce any new information? No, it doesn't. Is the original prompt copied or is it presented in a different form? This is paraphrased pretty well. So that's a really good example of a background statement. Now, let's look at some not so great examples and why they don't work too well. The first one, some people think students should wear uniforms and others do not. Now, what's the issue here? Well, it's too simplistic and it just copies the original question. What about I think students should wear uniforms because it's better? Well, this adds an opinion, and we shouldn't add opinions to the background statement. We need to save those for the thesis statement. So remember, a strong background statement introduces the issue neutrally by paraphrasing the exact same information in the essay topic. You can use this checklist every time you write a background statement. So, neutrality. Does the background statement express an opinion? Paraphrasing. Is the language varied or did I copy the original prompt? And clarity. Does it clearly introduce the topic without any unnecessary details? Let's practice writing a background statement for a new topic. Some people think that technology makes life more stressful, while others believe it makes life easier. Discuss your opinion with supporting reasons. Okay, take a minute and write a background sentence of your own. Pause the video if you need some time. Here's a great example of a background statement for the topic. There's an ongoing discussion about whether technology simplifies life or creates more stress for people. It meets our checklist because it doesn't include an opinion. And changing makes life easier to simplifies life. And changing makes life more stressful to creates more stress are excellent examples of paraphrasing because they change the language used without altering the meaning of the sentence at all. It also clearly introduces the topic. Okay, so now let's look at the thesis statement, probably the most important sentence in your essay. What makes a strong thesis statement? A strong thesis states your opinion and outlines the three ideas you'll discuss in your essay. It's kind of like a roadmap of your entire essay. Let's look at a few examples for the school uniforms topic from before. So, a good example of a thesis for this topic is, in my opinion, students should wear uniforms because it promotes equality, saves money for families, and reduces distractions in the classroom. So, this thesis clearly states the writer's opinion and it gives a preview of what to expect in the body paragraphs. This is exactly the job that the thesis statement is supposed to do. So let's compare that to some not so great examples. So, what about uniforms are good for kids in school? Yeah, it gives an opinion, but this is really vague and it doesn't give any idea of what kind of supporting ideas will be used in the body. So it's not really a good preview. So, what about the next one? This essay will talk about uniforms. This lacks both an opinion and a clear structure. Also, we don't want to use memorized language like in this essay, I will. We know that's what's going to happen in this essay. We don't need to say that. So, phrases like that are really boring for the examiner to read, and they'll really detract from your score. Being clear and concise and giving a clear opinion that is supported with the relevant ideas is the key to a great TOEIC score. In the thesis, you really want to clearly state your opinion and all three supporting ideas to guide the structure of your essay. So start with, in my opinion, then give your opinion, followed by the three main ideas of your essay, and you'll write a perfect thesis every time. Now get your pen and paper again and try to brainstorm ideas and write a thesis statement for this topic. Remember to state your opinion and outline three supporting ideas. Go ahead and pause the video while you brainstorm and write your thesis. Let's look at a model thesis for the technology prompt. This thesis is great because the writer's position is clear, it previews the three distinct ideas, and all the ideas directly relate to the essay topic. And this is what our introduction paragraph looks like: a background statement and a thesis statement for a total of 2 sentences. It's easy, right? Add your introduction to the comments and we'll let you know what we think. Before we wrap this lesson up, let's look at some common mistakes to avoid in your introduction, starting with some background statement mistakes. So, don't copy the question directly. Always paraphrase to show language variety. Also, don't add personal opinions to the background statement. We want to keep the background neutral and save your opinion for the thesis. One common mistake with the thesis statement is being too vague or unclear about your ideas. Never use generic statements for your thesis. You always want to specify the three ideas that you'll discuss in your body paragraphs. And we also don't want to use memorized sentences. Like we mentioned earlier, you want to avoid phrases like, in this essay, I'm going to write about. The examiner doesn't want to see sentences like that. We also don't want to list more than three ideas. Just stick to the three clear points and keep the focus. Also, remember to include your opinion. You absolutely must give your opinion in the thesis statement because that's the point of the whole essay is to state your opinion. So don't forget your opinion. Your homework for this lesson is to write a full introduction, so a background statement and a thesis for an opinion essay topic of your choice from the next level writing lab. You'll need to brainstorm and outline the three main ideas for your essay paragraph so you can write a clear thesis. In our next lesson, we'll continue building on this foundation. We'll work on topic sentences to create clear and effective beginnings for your body paragraphs, and we'll learn how to write a powerful conclusion. And remember, you can always visit nextlevelenglishprep.com for more tips and resources. And be sure to practice a timed test to get accurate, instant feedback at the Next Level Writing Lab, where you can find over 100 essay prompts to practice with. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.